He speaks geek.
Well, good goddamn, and other such phrases. Haven't made a vid like this in ages. Yes, hello, friends. It's been a long time. My excuse? I have no excuse. Sometimes a man just is really busy and forgets, and then it's like, I've got so much to do, so I am really sorry. But here is a vid. I'm in my fashionable hoodie, as you can see. My new hoodie. I'm not sponsored by Zavi, but I did get this on a deal for like 2 for 20 quid, which was ridiculous because they're like 20 quid normally each, I think, or something stupid like that. So yeah, I got this one and I got a Jaws one, so that's very exciting. So I'm wearing this one because, as you can probably tell from the title of the video, today we're talking about Transformers, and more importantly, Soundwave. I don't know what that was, but it's fun for everyone. Go away, annotations. Yeah, so let's talk about Soundwave more specifically. Soundwave was one of my absolute all-time favourite Transformers. As I mentioned earlier, when we looked at the third-party sort of normal-sized ones, which are like this big, as always, I'm super precise with the measurements, but that changes today. Tape measure. We're going to measure it live on the video. It's not live because it's a recording, but shush, hush your noise. But yeah, Soundwave, always been a favourite of mine. Last of Soundwave, the mini cassette, amazing. I got into really collecting it quite a few years ago, because there was more available at one point than there is now, because now there's like there's KO variations and stuff like that, but at that time it was such a limited thing because it wasn't as popular to remake into modern style things. So Siege hadn't taken over, and you had all these modern molds of cassettes we have now. It was all just always based around the G1 cassettes, where they'd be oversized knockoffs or knockoffs but in really cool colors, which obviously, as I have promised, I will go through this case of awesomeness soon. What I'm showing you today actually is from this case of awesomeness, so I haven't lied. It is here. It's coming. I'm doing it. Getting there. There's a lot to go through. Lot to go through. I'm not going to do it in one video, because one, I don't want to, and two, I just won't. So I keep bashing this. Gonna look over. It's not a person, by the way. It's the Mando helmet there. We're going to talk about that another day. And the great fist bump of Thanos himself. So what am I talking about today? If I'm talking about Soundwave, but I'm not talking about cassettes, and I'm not talking about the G1 Soundwave necessarily, kind of. I'm talking about Soundwave Junior, like Henry Jones Jr. It's Soundwave Junior. Now, I'm very lucky to have this. This was available in Japan only. Here he is. Now, what it is, the Junior line in Japan was like a Fisher-Price, my first Transformers, effectively. So much more simplified versions of the existing characters. I think there was quite a few, but they even did like a really simplified Metroplex. So the scale wasn't a big thing, not that it ever is in Transformers most of the time, but it was just a really cool kind of line. Now, a lot of mine aren't complete, the ones I'm about to show you. They're ones I've got from different people over the years, different sources. I can't even remember. You might be watching this and you might have actually sold me one of these in the past. I just don't know. So without further ado, here is Soundwave Junior, the Japanese. This is the original G. This one I say G1-ish because it is technically G1, but just in Japan. Not like a really crap band that are always like, oh yeah, we're really big in Japan. This was actually, Transformers was very big in Japan. Very basic, very small. It doesn't have any of the moving parts except for, as in like the wheel and the switches and stuff. But it does have the cassette door. It has a non-transforming cassette tape, which is nice. Pops it in there, and it is a case of head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Well, sort of actually. Bend at the knees and then flip out the toes. Arms come round, and then normally it's got the cassette bit here as well. Cassette battery cover. So the battery cover goes in there. We can keep that as always, so you can still carry it around on your belt if you want to look really cool and fit in. I've never done that more than once. Yeah, really good figure. It was sort of like, we're talking Star Wars scale. So about 4 inches, just over 4 inches. That's our height. It's like a crap lightsaber. Love it. Yeah, there's not a lot to say about him other than the fact it's smaller, it's more basic, but I do really like it. It is that kind of, it's a bit quirky, it's a bit unusual, especially when at that point I had a lot of the Soundwave stuff already related. This was like something different. Well, I thought it was the most different thing I could have for for a Soundwave. Where shall I put him? Because I've got so much space. Let's just pop him. You can just stand here on top of a carbon freezing chamber and in front of a Fallout 76 bobblehead, because that's what we do. I thought that was the most unusual thing I could have until now. I have renamed this one myself, and his name is Soundwave. Didn't need to do that, but you're welcome. Soundwave, or Soundwave Junior. The reason I called him this is a really bizarre thing. It's a knockoff diecast, just like the original is, by the way, I forgot to mention. There's a lot of diecast on here. It's a diecast knockoff of Soundwave Junior. So here he is, and you can see why I've called him Soundwave, apart from the fact that he is unbelievably 90s colours. It could be a G2 Soundwave, actually. If they were going to do a G2 version of Soundwave, this would be it. But look at him. How glorious is that? I mean, he does, again, like the other one, it's meant to have the shoulder cannon and a normal gun. I've got maybe some of the bits somewhere, but not all of them. It's a bit limited. But, I mean, just look at him. He's a bit looser than the other one. But, I mean, just look at those colours. Like, 90s. It's kind of like if Soundwave had a child with, was it the 90s board game Dream Phone? Like, that's what we'd get. Soundwave. So, that's never happened. So, Breakfast Club. Hey, hey. Yeah, again, absolutely love him. Really unusual. I remember having a really bad experience with the eBay seller because he hated me for some reason, but can't remember why. Probably because I don't know. I've had this for about like 10, 12, maybe even more years. But again, really unusual, really cool. And I don't think I've seen many about. I think I've seen one or two people maybe have them in the cassette group I'm part of, which I will put a link to in the little group. So you're thinking, oh, that's all he can really offer for Soundwave Junior. Well, no. I've actually got, do you remember, I can never know how to say it because I've never spoken to anyone in person about them. I think it's Kabaya. It's Kabaya? Kabaya? I'm not sure. They did like these little kits, like Transformer kits that you could then make figures from and stuff like that. But, you know, normally of smaller scales and stuff like that. So these ones technically aren't of the Soundwave Junior, but they're about the same scale, so that's why I'm using them. So here we go. Here's one. I don't even know if these are genuine. I don't know about what the genuine thing is for this Kabaya kit. I don't know a huge amount about it. I mean, they come apart quite easily, as you can see. So here he is. This one I don't actually have a funny name for. Radio Shack? Let's go Radio Shack. Woo! Radio Shack, baby, yeah. This one transforms more like the G1 one, as you can see. So like the fists actually have to come down and stuff like that. Yeah, and the head's sort of at a weird little point. But again, I quite like the colours. He's got a sticker or two. I mean, I might see if Toy Hacks ever do like repro labels for Soundwave Junior. He is loose as heck. But you know, that's because he's a fun guy. He likes to get down, likes to cut loose. But yeah, he's a bits and pieces bot. Again, I don't have super strong feelings either way about this guy. His cassette door opens and then falls off really easily. I'll be back 1 minute. I found it. Oh, my power coin. I was looking for this. This fell off the shelf the other day. It's for the Morpher, which we'll talk about another day. But I'm going to leave that in the video so you can. Let's just keep it real. This is what people do in the real world. None of this clever editing here. But yeah, there we go. There's our little Soundwave. This one is taller though. Ooh, you put it out again. We are going for just under 5 inches. This one, just under 5 inches. How about that? It's like a cattle market. Like I'm doing this. I'm going to put this one down here because I don't trust them not to fall off there. I actually have a further one. This one's a Soundwave Kabaya Kit Junior, not Junior kind of thing. I just really like the colours on this one. This one's Grey Wave because I'm original. But yeah, Grey Wave. Let's go with that. Again, this is like that kind of model kit size. This one is more in size-wise, I think, closer to the old Soundwave Juniors back there. But it's a really nice little figure. Again, Transformers like the original G1 one though. I mean, my one is slightly broken on the shoulder point here, but, you know, it's old. It has got the Takara stamp on the back, actually. If you can see that, or if you care. The face detail is not as much here either. But again, the cassette door does actually work, and I think that's quite a nice little touch. But yeah, again, I really like him. I mean, let's have a little comparison with Soundwave and Greywave. Okay, so you can see actually he's even smaller than that. So is this like Super Soundwave Junior? Or would that be like Baby Wave could be like the world's smallest Transformers Soundwave. But I'll pop him back up here. So yeah, I mean, that's my little comparisons. It's my little weird Soundwave Junior-esque collection. I thought I'd do something a bit different for the cassette stuff, first of all, because I can, and it's my channel. So I'll damn well do what I please. How dare you? But I do love the cassettes. They are unusual. This is a little quirky thing within a quirky thing. So, I mean, a little size comparison for you here. Here is a Cuss-Trans special custom cassette case. And there we go. He's about the same size as that. We're going to go more in depth in these in another video. I think I'm just going to do a Cuss-Trans video. Maybe. And if you're watching this, wherever you are, at home or on a bus or on a train, I will be doing these soon, I promise. Like everything else, I'm getting around to it in my own time. But that is the size comparison that's good to go for. These hold a G1 cassette amazingly. I know, so groovy. But yeah, so that's my little Soundwave Junior collection. That's, I think that's going to do for today. It's about, what, 12, 15 minutes-ish video, I don't know. I am going to do more of these more soon. I know I say that every time, but I promise I will. It's just been a bit of a mess and work and... Don't know why I went like Boss Nass then from episode 1. But that's the start of our little cassette journey. It's groovy. We've got sound raves, we've got sound waves, grey waves, and Radio Shack and other things I made up. I have got a lot more coming around here. I'm also trying to get the bits together. Because, for example, I didn't have a lot of the accessories for these, so that's why I made it a bit easier. But other things, I would like to try and get the accessories together, so when I do videos, you can see all the bits in all their glory. So I'll chuck some quick pictures up here. You're welcome. Just so you can get some clearer pictures there, because obviously what I'm showing you on a video might not be super clear. But thank you for joining me on Ryan Speaks Geeks today. We've had some laughs. I've had some laughs. You've sat there bored. If you've got any questions, chuck them in the comment section below. If you've got any requests, because if I've got it, I'll review it. If I've got it, it looks like I've got lots, but really I've got lots of rubbishy bits. But I have some unusual things. So if you want any special requests, put them in. And yeah, until next time, thank you for stopping by. And I've been Ryan Speaks Geek. Join us more. As and when he actually makes more. But yes. Enjoy. Bye. See. I'll forget it.